Hey, I'm Brian Van.
I'm Max Van.
And today we're going to recap MotoAmerica SuperSport Round 5.
Something like that.
What racetrack?
At the Ridge Motorsports Park.
Not going to lie, I felt like Max Van was a little soft in that opening.
Thanks.
So let's talk about the Ridge, dude.
Let's talk about the Ridge,
dude. Mom and I drove the race rig out there, spent a couple extra days getting to see some kick-ass sights all across this beautiful country of ours. That was cool.
Exactly.
Flew you, Lex, and Sophia in a little bit early, a little family time on the Hood Canal in Washington.
100%.
That was a good time, man. A little fun. Then we got down to business at the Ridge.
Yeah, yes we did.
Setup day, had a little more work to do on the bike than we normally would because I left all the stuff in the trailer after Brainerd. We had a really quick turnaround before I had to take off and leave. No time to pull the bikes out and go through them. So we had some maintenance and stuff to do. Went through all that and then went out for qualifying on Friday. Yeah. How do you like the Ridge?
I kind of despise it, or I dislike it.
That's fair. Not everybody loves every racetrack that we go to. That one is on the top of your I don't like this fucking racetrack list.
There are really no tracks in the U.S. that I at least enjoy a corner or something. But at the Ridge, I don't really enjoy it.
Fair enough, dude.
Ever since it's been that way. But
that's why Baskin Robbins has 31 flavors, bro.
Okay. I didn't know that. I've never had Baskin Robbins.
That's weird.
Thanks.
You're weird.
Thanks.
So, we get out there Friday. And Friday definitely...
It was a challenge, man. It was a challenge. I qualified 16th, which wasn't great.
Nope.
My lap time wasn't great either, and that was it. That was it.
That was it.
Had some bike problems, with shifting, the bike popping out of gear on downshifts and also on upshifts too. So we did some work overnight. And thank you to Nate at Two Wheel Dyno Works and my dad.
Scott Smart,
Jimmy Fox. They all, Chris Ulrich too, put some effort into
100%.
Make the shifts a little smoother. I went out for Q2 and I ended up going 2 seconds faster, which was, it was like a second and a half, I think, which was...
What was your best time of the weekend?
45.1, which was great, but that still only put me in 16th.
And last year, what would that time have put you in?
Somewhere in the top 10, at least in the top 10. Yeah. So
classes, we say it every time, man. This class is really competitive, but that just makes it better.
Yeah, that does make it better.
That just makes it better.
That does make it better.
So, we get to race 2. Race 1. We get to race 1. We're dealing with bike issues still. Mm-hmm. We made another change. We swapped our shift sensor, right, the strain gauge, from the B bike to the A bike to see if that had any net impact. You got a great start, dude.
Yeah, I think I was up in like 12th or something like that, right behind Blake Davis and Roberto or something Tamarini.
Sardine guy.
I guess.
Yeah, 100%.
And I was right behind him, feeling pretty good. But then,
I'm not sure. I didn't think people actually ate sardines.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, you see them at the store, like, they're like dead full fish in a can.
I don't eat fish either, but...
They smell bad, and I guess some people actually eat them, and that guy actually eats those things.
Not me, but it's great that he likes them,
Yeah, whatever. So,
just for him, more for him.
Great start. We're super stoked. One of the things we've been working on is being real racy off the start.
And holding
your positions, and you did that.
Yeah.
That was a big victory for you.
Yeah, and that was good. I was feeling good. I was feeling fast. I was in a good group with a good amount of people. And, going into turn 6.
How fast are you going when this happens?
I don't know, probably. I'm 4th gear on the rev limiter, so what is that? That's probably at least 120-ish miles an hour.
Yep.
I do my 2 downshifts, and I'm not the type of guy to just bang gears and destroy the transmission. I'm usually pretty easy on the motorcycle because it's not like I'm riding for a team. I'm riding for my father, and I like the bike, and I want to respect it. It's not just,
That duly noted and appreciated.
So do my 2 downshifts, and the bike pops out of gear, probably over 100 miles an hour, if I'm being quite honest, or right at 100. It sends me off the racetrack. Luckily, I was able to get it stopped. I was kind of, shitting my pants, if I'm being honest, because there was... it looked like there wasn't a lot of runoff, which there was.
Well, when you're going that fast, too. When you're going that fast, that runoff gets eaten up really quick. Because you can't use the brakes in the same way.
No.
When you get off the racetrack, you grab a handful of brakes, 100% you eat shit.
Yeah, so I remember I did a stoppie before I got on the grass, let off the brakes, and pulled in the clutch and tried to do some downshifts. The bike was cranking gears around, making a little bit of an
It was kind of no man's land, the trans was.
unpleasant noise, but I got it back into gear and using the rear brake a little bit because it's kind of weird on that bike. It's got a real powerful rear brake, different than the 400, so you can't really slam on it. You got to pump it a little bit. And I pumped it, made it back on the racetrack, and I finished 20th. I lost a bunch of time, but the problems only get worse. So
Yeah, when a trans starts to go, it only gets worse.
Yep.
So, okay, so race 1, I was really proud of you for not weeding the bike, dude. You go off the track at that speed, a lot of people, the bike gets wadded. And you managed to not do that. I was super pumped with that for obvious reasons. And then we were able to focus on sorting out the issue. Once again, a big thanks to Nate Phipps, Two Wheel Dyno Works. Scott Smart, he got him involved. Jimmy Fox, me and Dave Babel are there supporting you with all the other stuff, of course. Chris Ulrich and Team Hammer. We were able to get the data and very clearly display that the trans was flat out popping out of gear. I mean, it's amazing the stuff that you can get from this. And once we proved it was mechanical, we were able to get an engine from Team Hammer. We're running full Team Hammer supported equipment. Yep. And then
changed it. They worked their ass off for a little while. Till
whatever, man.
8 or 9 p.m.
Yeah. I mean, I worked. We didn't get the engine till late. Yeah. That part was what it was. Chris had a lot of shit going on, and we had to,
It was also raining too.
Wait our turn, and once we were able to make the call and get the engine in our pit, we got it changed. This is the first time I'd swapped an engine on this bike, and given the fact that my son's riding it, I want to make sure the work is perfect, so I took my time with it. We got it done, and then we commenced drinking White Claws after that, and then there was...
They did.
Yeah, not him. We sent him back home. He went to bed.
At 9:30 p.m.
There was a Brian Martin concert, the Fuck Around and Find Out guy. It's unfortunate it was in the rain, and I was swapping an engine. My wife got to go over, and Marcine went over and got to listen to some of it. That was pretty cool. I would have loved to have been hanging out over there, but happy to do what we were doing because I wanted to get you in a good positive position for Sunday. So we got it all swapped out. Drank some White Claws, went back to the Airbnb, played some ping pong, drank some more White Claws, woke up in the morning, and went to the track.
My bike shifted as smooth as a baby's butt.
It was
nice. It felt pretty good. Again, transmission worked. Bike was a little down on power early on because it was so new.
It's tight, man.
But, towards the end of the race, it felt good. I ended up finishing 13th, which I moved up 3 spots from what I qualified at, which isn't bad. It isn't great. But despite really disliking the Ridge and having a pretty shitty weekend, if I'm being quite honest with you, I will take 13th place. We're going to go to Laguna here next weekend. And I absolutely fucking love that track. It's badass.
Oh, I'm stoked.
New pavement. I've always ridden really well there. And,
this is going to be great. I want to stop right here too. I'm going to give somebody some props. Kayla Yakov.
Oh, she kicked a lot of ass.
Oh my God.
Ass kicked.
And you know what's funny? I'm not surprised. Anyone that really knows Kayla, after sitting there, she would come over and help Max sometimes with strategy. Mm-hmm. And when you hear her talk about bike placement on the racetrack,
she's a bad bitch. She is.
Dude, her understanding for racing and strategy, she could write a book.
Yeah,
100%.
she could write a book.
And that's super impressive. So I just want to take a second and just recognize, and this has nothing to do with her being a girl. This has everything with her to do with her being a great racer.
Awesome.
100%, dude.
Yeah.
She's a great racer. Love watching her out there. It was great.
Yep.
And now we're moving on to Laguna. We're both pumped.
We're both excited.
Our boy Rick Choate.
Rick Choate from Helmet House and his fiance, pretty sure.
Yeah,
pretty sure,
I think so. I'm not sure, 100% sure, but Sherry's awesome too. They're going to come out, right? Unfortunately, Mom's not going to be there, but we're looking forward to spending some time with them. Max and I drove the rig down from the Ridge down to Laguna Seca. The trailer's parked in a secure, hidden location.
It was hot as hell in California, by the way. It was 108 degrees in Sacramento, which is absurd. But it's cool, man. It's cool.
It was all good, man. And then we drove up to San Jose after. On Tuesday morning, which was yesterday, we got up at 3:30 in the morning.
3:30 in the morning.
To catch our 6 o'clock flight, right?
Yep. I had 3 donuts for breakfast, and they went straight to the bicep. You know what I mean? Straight to the bicep. We're pretty good. But yeah, Laguna's going to be awesome.
It's going to be amazing.
I just want to give a huge thanks to my dad, Jimmy Fox, Dave Babel, of course, Nate Phipps, and Scott Smart. And then
Precision Track Days, Fahad Khan, Spiegler Brake Lines.
So many. Helmet House, Shoei, CD boots.
RST.
Yeah, RST, man. We have so many off the top of our head. Driven, Vortex, M4 exhaust. There's a shitload of stuff out there. REB Graphics, Detroit Custom Paint. I just want to thank you all for, helping me pursue, living my dreams, and having a good time. And I can't wait to have a badass time at Laguna.
Looking forward to Laguna.
Perfect.